you. And we are 12 days from the November election. This morning, I am joined by Stephanie Wise, a District 3 Sedgwick County Commissioner candidate. Stephanie, thank you for joining us dark and early this morning.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's jump right into it. Much of your professional career has been in real estate. How does your background position you to work in the county?
Yeah, so my position in commercial real estate has had me in the conversation and in the work behind property taxes for the last 13 years. So this isn't a new conversation for me as a candidate, but something that I've been helping clients through for the last 13 years, whether they're property managers that are doing tax appeals and presenting their packages to appeal their taxes, or if it's investors or landlords that are passing that property tax through to their tenants and want to ensure that they maintain reasonable pricing so that they can have filled spaces and that people can afford to be there.
What do you believe is the biggest issue plaguing the county, and what should be done to fix it?
The biggest issue is property taxes, and you're going to hear it from every single candidate. Property taxes are choking people, and it's causing a lot of fear and frustration. I don't want to put anyone down, but my opponent has been on record now saying that property taxes for commercial owners and small businesses need to increase, that they're not paying their fair share. Without solving the property tax issue, to propose that taxes need to go up for a certain portion of our community is not the answer. That's where you hear the conversation of modernizing government and tax reform. That's what we need to be working on.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That was actually part of one of my questions. I'm going to skip to this one right here. Current commissioners have talked about limiting how much property tax revenue goes into cultural arts and recreation. Would you support creating a new sales tax to do that?
Well, I think I'm not ever going to vote to raise taxes. And so if we're taking a sales tax position on that, it was back in 1985, the last time that we approved a 1-cent sales tax. I do believe that if we look at that and it significantly lowers our mill levy, so our property taxes will drop, I would like to look at broadening the tax bases, and that's how you do it through sales tax. 30% of the sales tax that's paid in Sedgwick County is from people outside of Sedgwick County. So that would, in fact, broaden that basis and help support cultural arts and some of those other very important amenities and assets and investments in Sedgwick County.
Now, Stephanie, both you and your opponent have placed big focus on fiscal responsibility. So which parts of the county's finances would you say need more attention?
You know, the county has ran really well. We see that with their AAA credit rating. We see that they run lean. What that's going to look like is functional consolidation. We cannot cut our way to prosperity. So by cutting services or not having a fully staffed 911, not having fully staffed jail, those aren't our answers. So we have got to look at consolidation, make sure that we're not having redundancies between the county and its 20 cities. And where can we combine? We see that with the Planning Commission. There's other ways, there's low-hanging fruit that we can make sure that we're not duplicating those services and costing the taxpayers more dollars.
So on your campaign website, you write about keeping government focused on core functions. Where do you feel the county may be going too far?
You know, I think we can overstep and get in trouble pretty quickly. I think that can happen with homeless efforts. So the city of Wichita taking the lead on that homeless effort. If the county's trying to do that by themselves as well, we have too many people trying to solve the same problem. We need to be working together on that. I think that we have a lot of services that, 46 departments at the county level, that we have opportunity to combine those with not just the city of Wichita, but other cities as well. So, I think we're doing a really great job. We have that. We're having the conversation. That's the first step. Now we need to go into action.
All right, Stephanie Wise, we appreciate you being up with us this morning. Thank you so much. And coming up after the break, we are going to be hearing from her opponent, Celeste Reset. We'll be right back.